You are not failing at English because you lack talent. You are failing because of a specific memory of humiliation you have not let go of.
Wait, humiliation? What does that have to do with vocabulary or learning grammar?
Everything. Think about it. I have been working with language learners for years, and the biggest barrier is never intelligence. It is the physical paralysis of fear. Let me tell you about a boy named Ali.
Ali?
Yes, he is a kid from a very small, remote village. No big roads, no tall buildings, just dust, trees, and absolute silence. His house was literally made of mud and bricks, and the roof leaked when it rained.
That is a tough environment to grow up in.
It is. His father worked until his hands were rough and his back was tired, but he never complained. Ali learned courage from him. Every morning, Ali would wake up before the sun, help in the fields, get his hands dirty, and then put on a faded, torn school uniform.
Just to get to school?
Exactly. Education was his only ticket out. But here's the problem. When he got to school, he became invisible. He sat on the last bench in the corner. He felt safe there because no one noticed him. But deep down, he felt completely worthless.
Because of his background?
Partly, but mostly because of English class. That was his nightmare. When the teacher spoke English, Ali experienced a severe physical reaction. Heart beating wildly, palms sweating, mind going completely blank. Have you ever felt that?
Yes. When I tried to speak Spanish in Miami a few years ago, I knew the words in my head, but my throat literally locked up.
There is a scientific reason for that. It is called the affective filter. When a person feels anxiety, fear, or shame, their brain literally builds an invisible wall. It blocks the language from processing. Ali could not speak because the words were stuck behind that wall of fear.
So he watched all the other students speaking fluently, and that probably made him feel even worse.
Worse? It destroyed him. They laughed at his mistakes. They copied his accent to mock him. He started believing the lies his brain told him. I am slow. I am not good enough. I will never learn.
That is the trap, right? The imposter syndrome takes over, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly. And the climax of this nightmare happened one afternoon. The teacher asked Ali to read in front of the whole class. He stood up slowly. His hands were shaking. He made mistake after mistake. The whispers started. The laughter echoed.
Oh man, that is brutal.
His face went red with shame. He sat down quickly, completely broken. He walked the dusty road back to his mud house alone, with tears falling silently. But here is the pivot of the story. His mother.
What did she do?
She saw his face and instantly knew. A mother always knows. She sat beside him, held his rough hands, and listened to him cry about the shame. She did not judge him. She just wiped his tears and said something incredibly profound.
I am listening.
She said, everyone feels afraid in life. Fear is normal, but quitting is not the solution. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to try. Small steps are still steps.
Small steps are still steps. That hits hard. We always want the overnight transformation.
We do, especially here in the US. We are obsessed with life hacks and immediate results. But Ali realized something that night. He thought about his father's hard work, his mother's faith. He decided he would try one more time, but differently.
How differently?
He started ridiculously small. One sentence. I can do this. He locked himself in a room, looked in the mirror, and spoke to himself. He made mistakes, but instead of crying,
he laughed at himself?
Yes! He took his power back. He laughed at his own bad pronunciation and just kept going. Morning, evening, night. He practiced simple phrases. I am hungry. I am ready. I am learning English.
That mirror technique is highly effective, by the way. It forces you to look at your own body language and confront the physical discomfort of speaking.
Precisely. Slowly, his fear became weaker. His voice in class was low, but it became clear. The bullies still laughed at first, but Ali did not stop. He reminded himself, I am improving. Their laughter cannot stop me.
That shift in mindset is incredible. From victim to a student of life.
And the teacher noticed. She gave him a small smile one day. Just a smile. But for a kid who felt worthless, that smile meant everything.
So, what was the breakthrough moment? Did he eventually read in front of the class again?
Months passed. He never missed a day of practice. And then, the day came. The teacher called his name to read. His heart still beat faster. Fear never completely goes away. But this time, he was ready.
He took a breath.
A deep breath. He stood up with courage. He read slowly, clearly, and confidently without stopping once. When he finished, total silence in the room.
No laughter.
No whispers. Just the teacher smiling, saying, "Well done, Allie. I am proud of you." And then, some of the students actually started to clap.
Wow, that is a movie scene right there.
Ali had tears in his eyes, but they were tears of victory. He realized the most fundamental truth about learning. Belief changes everything. When you believe in yourself, weakness transforms into strength.
It is not about talent. It is about relentless effort and refusing to surrender to fear.
Exactly. Ali still makes mistakes today, but he is not afraid anymore. If you are listening to this right now and you feel paralyzed by your lack of progress, your fears are not permanent.
Your failures are not final.
Start small. Start today. Do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Walk your own path, because one day, your story will be the one inspiring others.